What's up, guys, and welcome back to NASFX. Today I'll be doing the first video of a Nasdaq analysis for you guys, as I promised, on a weekly basis. So let's get right into it. I like doing my analysis starting from the 4-hour chart. I think let me just quickly delete everything here. We can restart. Some people like starting on the weekly, daily, but because I do trades every day, I like to start on the 4-hour and then, yeah, see what's happening from there. So the first thing I do is I look for major support and resistance areas. Now, I will also be making a separate video on how I find these areas and explaining how you guys can apply that to NAS as well. So I want to try keep this video as short as possible because it's really just going to be an analysis. And then if you don't know how to do support and resistance, I will make a separate video. Okay, let's just draw another one. Sometimes what I like to do as well, just to remind myself, is choose horizontal array, and then I'll just put a line over here like that. And then I'll go to settings, and then I'll say text, and then I'll say there like current high, and then I will lock it in so that when I do click on other, like let's say I'm just trying to move around quickly and I click, I don't move anything by mistake. Okay, let's find another one. It helps sometimes just to zoom out to get a bit of a bigger picture, make it a little bit more clear for yourself as well. So clearly here we can see this is a really good area for NAS. If we can get a retest of this area, that'll be really nice. But yeah, also in another video, I will be explaining my entries and everything, how I enter in the market, what exactly I look for before I enter in the market. This is quite a big area. I think I want to make it a little bit smaller. Because the thing is, in between that is nearly 100 pips. Now you must wait for NAS to move 100 pips. Like, yes, NAS can do that quickly, but you also want to catch that perfect entry. Okay, and then from 4-hour, so then I go down to 1 hour. And then I like to look in between my 4-hour zones. So I like to look at what we're dealing with NAS for now. Like I'm not about to draw support and resistance all the way down here if we're not even there yet. Okay. Let's see. So right here, I like this area quite a lot. And then I do also change the color of this because that way I know, okay, because my 4-hour zones tend to be a lot stronger than my 1-hour zones. Which means like NAS has a higher possibility to turn around at this 4-hour zone than it would at the 1-hour zone. Okay, I quite like that. That's quite nice. You also don't want your chart to be like too, like, not squishy, but like you don't want too much to be going on. Like you want to be able to go on your computer, look at it and be like, okay, cool, this is what I'm waiting for, this is what I see. Like you don't want lines everywhere and then you're just gonna end up confusing yourself. Like you want to try keep it as clean and as neat as possible. Well, that's what I found has worked for me. But really it's up to you. There are obviously a lot of smaller little areas. Like for example, you could draw another one here. You could draw another zone here. Sorry, I'm actually on the 30-minute chart now. It's quite a nice area as well. But I think that'll be the last one that I draw for this analysis, just because I don't want too much going on. I really don't. It's the same color. Okay, and don't forget to lock it in just in case. You don't want to be moving around and then you click something by mistake. Okay, then I like to go back to 4 hours. So once I've got all of this drawn in and I can kind of see, okay, Nas comes here, retest, goes up there, turns there, comes down here, touches. Once I can see where it likes to turn, then I'm like, okay, cool. Let's add a trend line in here. And a trend line can also act as a support and resistance as well. And I will be making a separate video as well how I draw my trend lines. If you guys aren't entirely sure, I know I am moving quite quickly, but I don't want this video to be half an hour long. Um, see, I do like that. Now, one thing I have found with trading view is when you go to see, like there it looks perfect, but when you go to 1 hour, see, like now it's away from that area. Sometimes I don't know, it doesn't stay in the same place. So just fix it. Okay. Okay, yeah, I like that quite a lot. Let's see. So, okay, as you can see, we're clearly in an uptrend at the moment. So my prediction for NAS this week would be either here at the top here. Let me just add this in. We could easily get another touch here for a triple top, and then obviously we would sell there, but we would wait for the right candlestick confirmation or right pattern that to form, which again I will explain in another video. And then from there, we could head all the way back down to here, and then from there we could easily break down even more and possibly touch here. And that is where I'll be looking for our perfect buy entry would be somewhere here where it bounces off of that trend line, another support and resistance here, and from there it would just skyrocket up, and then here it would probably do like a small little retest there, and this is where we'll get in another entry, and then here we'll just go higher. Okay, so that's our first possibility for the week. Something like that could very easily happen. Or what else I'll be looking for is it might even turn around now. It could come down here, could get a little retest up to that small little support and resistance area, and then back down there. And then here, obviously, we would enter in our buys. It's quite a strong area as well. You can see a lot of buys here. And we would go long here, obviously, to break the current high, as you know, NAS has been doing for the last couple weeks. And then you'd wait for the retest, and then you would get in on another buy again as soon as it retests that area. But yeah, I will explain everything in more detail and a little bit slower in another video. But yeah, that is my prediction for Nasdaq for this week, how I think it's going to move. It could as well. These are just things to look at, guys. Like, it's just whatever happens, and let's say it hits that area, you must wait for confirmation. So, like candlestick patterns or um, anything like if the support and resistance area, maybe a fib level trend line. Like, let's say it breaks all the way down to here already. From there, we could also just get in a buy, and it'll be a small risk to reward, which I'll also explain in another video, like how to catch that perfect entry with literally a minimal risk, like 10, 20 pips, and we're going for like over 100, 150 pips. So it could push all the way down there, obviously do retest sell. But I will not be looking at selling NASDAQ. The signals that I do send, obviously in my separate Discord channel, I do attach their high risk to the signals that I don't think everyone in the group should be taking. But mainly I would want to be buying NAS. For that reason, like you following the trend and you have a higher chance of being right. Higher probability, sorry. But yeah, that's another possibility. You could come all the way down there, touch that trend line, and then shoot all the way up. I do think this week there isn't much news. I have checked already, so I do think we should be seeing higher highs. This is the news website that I like to use to check the news for the week. I normally just filter it out here with this little filter here button, and I click the red ones because those are the highest impact that they will have on the market. And I only really look for USD over here because USD tends to impact NAS because they pretty much they related to each other. So as you can see for this week, there isn't any USD news. So therefore, technically speaking, we should only be following our analysis. But then again, Trump could tweet something, and then that tweet can, like, technically it would say, okay, when it touches here, we're gonna buy. But then Trump tweets something negative, and now starts dropping. So you do always need to check this calendar. I like to leave it open because you don't know what's gonna happen during the week, just to make sure. Um, but yeah, guys, thanks so much for tuning in to another video with NiceFX, and I'll see you in the next one.